Hello YouTube, welcome back to another Alliance War video. So this one, we have matched up against Faye, I'm going to call them. This is War 5 for the season of Season 55. And the team that I'm bringing in is Dust, Void, and Prowler. So Prowler is a brand new rank 3 that I did just for this Alliance War and for future reference. Shout out to Grass MCOC. I've been watching quite a bit of their content, especially war videos recently, and they are just killing everything with Prowler. So it made the decision a lot easier when the officers were asking if I wanted to use them. I was like, I'll just rank 3 and we've got him for future wars. So team here, again, everyone's got relics, blah, 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 we're all good. Gonna go up path 4 in section 1, then path 1 in section 2. Then I have 2 mini bosses on the kind of islands leading to boss island, and then 2 of the mini bosses on boss island. So it's an 8 war fight, an 8 fight war even, that would make more sense. So this one is a nothing fight, absolutely nothing fight. I'm going to push him to special 2s, and because of decay his degens will do nothing. Yeah, Void kind of just kills this off, makes it easy, and there's nothing to it. So I'm gonna shut up, let the fight carry on, and then I will catch you when I'm going into the next one. So as you see, they're a nothing fight, like I said. Then we're going to come up against this Mantis. Now, normally whenever I fight a Mantis in war, I always tend to use a combat regen boost. Because within Mantis' abilities, it takes away her Tranquilize debuff that's on you if you are regenerating. But with it being path 4, I wasn't sure whether that would still work even through the heal block or not. I wasn't sure how that interaction would be, because I've never done it before. So I just decided to go crazy and just ignore it and carry on with the... I don't have any great boost against one. Gonna try and push it to special 2, but as you can see, she is throwing the special 1 as soon as she gets it. So now I have to deal with 2 of the encroaching sleep timers. So I'm gonna let this one get as late as possible. Throw this one, then take a few blocked hits, and then get to the special. Had I not been able to get to the special in time, I would have just thrown the relic. But the purpose of her being in this node for the Fury is that hopefully she gets some more to sleep, and then she kicks the crap out of them when you're basically sleeping, because Mantis is nasty. But just ignored all of that, we played it fine, and yeah, it's like a minute fight, 10% health, boom. Dust's first ever war fight for me, I think, has been completed. So as you can see, myself and Clown, we're just doing the first little shift here. He's going for it and gunning for his whole path. I'm not going to spoil anything because his YouTube video will be out probably in the next couple of days. But yeah, he just destroys it. So anyway, we're going to go on to path 1, like I said before, and I've just got this loading issue here. Now, because it had that loading symbol, I was not prepared to click on path 1 in case it tried to throw me on a different path, which it has done in the past. I know there's an undo button, but I'd rather save it, because if I ever need it for something, I'd rather have it than have just used it for something simple like this. So just backing out to the home screen kind of like gives it a quick reset. This fight is pretty simple, just don't dash back more than once unless you want him to regen, and just use light attacks. You don't want him to go invisible, and that's about it. So you can see how I'm just going to dash out the last bit of it every time, and then just go back to parry, light attacks. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Like the health through the block is nothing. And you see, I haven't used any potions up to this point. I'm going to use one going into the next fight, but there's going to be a slight pause, and you'll see me here now reboosting because this is much later on in the day. these fights were taken about 11 o'clock, and I finished the rest. So I was a little bit nervous about a couple of these fights. So you see here, I am big boosting. You don't tend to really see me use the 20% attack and the 25% health, unless I'm kind of a little bit nervous for a couple of fights that I'm doing. And yes, I was definitely a little bit nervous for a couple of these. So the first one here is Buffet Killmonger, and I'm going to be using Dust. And then I get to use Dust again for the next fight. I currently have full recoils active at this point doing this fight. And the next one I'm using Dust, and then I'll be ripping them off for the Void and the Prowler fight. I could have had 9 fights this war, but I gave one away. And that would have been a Prowler fight too. So you're going to see here, we had quite a few discussions, myself and the officer here. So normally if you did this matchup, especially if you did it in like Battlegrounds or something, whenever you put the Dust on, whenever you punish a special attack and all this stuff, you would just be giving Killmonger a crazy amount of power. And that's basically just because it's her ability that she gives extra sands from this. Now, I'm just going to kind of go crazy because I have all the boosts on. Now, anytime I do a medium, and he has reverb, you see I'm going to take damage. But whenever I do a light attack, I won't be taking any damage because it's a non-contact hit. So you can see here, this fight is almost done. I just wanted the Invuln to cover me in case he throws a special free, which he did here. And yeah, I'm going to come out of this. Meant to parry, I did parry this. Throw the heavy again. I think I eat this by accident when I was trying to parry it just to be cheeky. And then yeah, he's dead. It was pretty much as simple as that. So about 40% of my health, and if Dust wasn't doing any more fights, I wouldn't be concerned at all. And I'm looking at these thinking, well, let me just use a T1 because I need to use both these champs. I don't have the sigil active at the point because on the store it was still broken at the time of doing these fights. So but I should have it active by the time I'm doing this recording the next morning. So now we're going to go into what's been a troublesome fight for a few people, especially with alliances now targeting bans towards this node, which is this Deathless Thanos. Now, we used Dust in every battle group today for this fight, I believe, and she just, yeah, she's great for it. You do not need recoils. Really hopeful Karate Mike will be uploading his video, but he might not. So yeah, you don't need recoils, but she's immune to both of them. It just increases her special damage, and yeah, it's pretty silly. So with Dust, when you do the heavy attack, you get the grit. Now this means that we can completely ignore all unstoppable effects from Thanos and from the global. So here, normally you're not meant to push the special 2. I'll be honest, I wasn't even thinking at this point. I just tried to get like into the start of the fight. And yeah, so that was, it was an okay special, but it was kind of a waste. And with Thanos, you can punish a special 1 2 ways. And I'm going to do both in this video so people can see it quite easily. So you can either wait at the end like this and then punish it. Don't punish it here, but I will punish it at some point. Now that my Sandstorm expired, as you see there, I had to wait out the timer. So I was purposely not really doing many hits. Trying to keep the placebo active so it didn't expire and give them unstoppable. And then we can just start ripping through the specials again. Again, I'm not going to push him to the special 2. So I purposely take that one to the block just because I wanted to see how much damage it was going to do. So that's one way to punish the special 1 there. As you see, you just kind of dash back and then do it at the end. Again, just trying to see how much the block damage is for future fights because I imagine I'll get sent this again. And yeah, Void. Dust does it 1 minute 20 something. It was easy. In the end, it was nice and easy. But a white Magneto pre-fight will make that fight so much easier for you if you are going to take that in the future. So now I'm going to put back my normal mastery build for using non-recoil friendly champs and move on to my last 3 fights of the war. So you can see here I'm going to go on to path or island B from here. So I just go mini island number 3, and I'm going to fight this werewolf. Now this is pretty much again a nothing fight, as long as you remember that the debuff node on this, I cannot remember the exact wording of it now, but basically it's the reduced defensive ability accuracy node. So whenever I have like 3 or 4 debuffs, I'm just never going to be able to parry. So I have a combat regen on just to keep Void topped up because he has one more fight after this. And it was also expiring in like 12 hours at the time of doing this fight. Yeah, we all know by now. We've seen, if you've seen any other war videos that I've done, Void is just, yeah, he's so good. Even on these nodes without a global, like, that benefits him, you can hit werewolves block a few times, through the shock phases. There's so many things that you can do to try and get this fight done relatively easy. Just, yeah, as you see there, I parry, but I know the parry's not going to stick, so it's just for reduced like, block damage. Any ruptures I now get is just going to heal me. So, yeah, you can have all his aggro prowess, I'm not bothered. I don't think I bait another special out from here. I think I just go in for the kill now. Yeah, so going for the kill. It's about a minute fight. Full health. Perfect. So I can move on now to the Mangog on the special 2 mini boss. Again, this is fine with Voids just running inborn. It's not going to go as like brilliantly as what the first time I did it earlier in the season did, because he throws a couple of special frees this time, because I don't get an early petrify. The last time I did this, I got like 1, maybe 2 really early petrifies that really slowed his power gain down, but I didn't get that this time. So I'm going to do 4-hit combos up to the point where he has a 1 bar of power and see what he does. He throws the special 1, so he gains the couple of stacks of hatred anyway, which is going to reduce my damage output now slightly. So we're going to just kind of now start hard blocking, and then we throw in 4 hits if I don't have a special, or 5 hits if I do. And you see there, instantly turtle up and try and go for it. So now we're just going to try and get as much damage in as we can before he decides to throw the special free. And we're at 62%. But now every time he's going to get towards the special free, it's going to be that little bit quicker because of the aspect of illusion. So you can see here, perfect, that's fine. That's what it is there. And we're going to then throw another special 1, get the extra petrify up. So we're really slowing down this now pretty much as we can until Fear the Void kicks in. And I get another petrify. So the only, like, you're praying at this point. We're just praying that he doesn't throw a special 2. Because with how many bars of power he's had, 1 special 2 will probably kill him. This is the way it is. So, yep, again, another special 3. It's just a simulator really at this point. And I forget because of his 10 rage stacks that he'll now stun me and whatever else. So I throw this special to get away from his unstoppable or whatever. And you can see here, he's done. Yeah, it's not really a bad fight. You just know it's going to cost you an invuln boost. And then I leave it on for this Prowler versus Onslaught. Now, I've not used Prowler before in Alliance War, like I said earlier. So I did this, and I know I can improve on it. But I'm going to show it so everyone can see it, and then I know to pick back on this video in the future. So I definitely waste a falter, I'm going to show you here. So I start off quite nervous, just doing medium lights. With power being metal, I can't shrug off the Neuroshocks by dashing back. So I have to remember I'm just going to eat all of that damage, and there's not really that much I can do about it. Here I just start doing the normal combos because I'm starting to feel a bit better about myself. And you see here, I'm just letting him throw his special 1. Now I messed up there, I should not have used that falter, and this is going to cost me a little bit of time because now I'm going to have to wait for that falter timer to come back. Now, I actually don't, looking at it back now, because I didn't take advantage of it in any way. But you can see here, I'm going to throw the special 2 after putting the next falter on there. So I've got the 23 Furies. And you see the damage there is pretty good. It's taking him down to about 50% after just 1 speed 2. So now I need him to throw some more special 1s. Then we get the punish. Now, if my Prowler was duped, this fight would be even quicker. Lovely, nice little incept there. Here I eat a lot of block damage because I've not been alternating my combos, but I'm very, like, I'm in a great position health-wise. I know my next special 2 is going to kill him. So I'm going to throw it here. Hopefully get a couple of crits, because that's where all the damage comes from. Again, the dupe would increase that crit rate. And yeah, that's my final fight done. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.